Hi, everybody. This is Kevin Adler, and I'm so excited to be talking with one of the crafters at the 2025 Tacoma Park Folk Festival. It's coming right around the corner, Sunday, September 7th. Performances start at 11. The craft show also starts at 11, runs 11 to 6. The festival is free, family friendly, and we hope that everybody can come. Look us up online and make a day out of it for Sunday, September 7th. So here I am with Airen Hall, one of the crafters who will be at the show this year. We have 40, which I believe is a record for us. And Airen, maybe t tell us a little bit about what kind of work you do. What do you do?
Sure, yeah. So I work in paper. I take different papers, of all different kinds, and I paint or dye them, and then I cut them into tiny pieces and glue them together. So what I do is I create paper collage illustrations, basically. So I just love working with the paper, the tactile feel of it. I love experimenting with different kinds of papers and putting them together. So it's a really fun medium to work with, and it's something that I really enjoy doing, and I hope that comes through in my work too.
Do you use scissors, X-Acto knives, both, everything?
All of the above. I mostly use very tiny scissors and tweezers, but I do have a range of different cutting tools for various things. So sometimes I am using some kind of little punch thing, or an X-Acto knife, or some other kind of cutting blade that I have. Mhm.
And these papers, I think you said you paint or dye or color
Yep.
some of them.
Yeah. So for most paper that I work with, I get it in kind of like white or cream usually. Sometimes it already is dyed a color, but usually it's just like plain paper that then yeah that I'm painting, or sometimes dyeing using inks to get whatever kind of colors and textures I'm interested in using for a specific project. So
You have a couple of samples. When you show us a
absolutely,
thing or two
yeah.
here that
So
you,
here is one that I did just earlier this year. Let me see if I can get this in the frame
yeah,
correctly.
yeah, that's
So,
good. Mhm.
yeah, so this one's called Daughter of Earth. And I just had a great time with this one. Lots of different kinds of paper, lots of different textures layered in there. Um, that was made earlier in the year when I was very much wishing for spring because it was very cold. So, there's that one. Here's another one that's a little more, I guess, basic, but it's a house.
Mhm.
People always ask if it was based on a real one, and nope, just thought a purple house would be fun. So things like that. And then I also
Fantasy, we
do, so
that's
I,
a fantasy we all have. Yeah,
yeah,
design your own house and so.
right, exactly. Design your own house. So I have, so I always bring a lot of originals, and they're in different sizes and kind of run a price range gamut. But I also bring a couple of kind of smaller things every time. I bring these little mini frames. So
Oh, lovely,
these
lovely.
are
Yeah, they're
cute.
fun. Yeah, that's
Yeah, they're
perfect. Yeah.
super fun. I have fun making them. It's just, something little, and it's a nice way to sort of bring art in to your home in a way. You don't need a big wall space for it. It's something that can sit on a bedside table or a desk. Uh, but then those are all originals. And I also make ornaments for the holidays that are also just tiny little paper collage pieces. So everything in these is all made of paper that I hand paint and cut. So for a range so that people can, come to it, whatever works for them. But I think that I've found that people really appreciate that they're these handmade things. I think especially we've got so much AI stuff happening right now with art,
Yeah.
that, this is art that I make with my hands, and that I really enjoy doing. So.
When people see this, they come to your booth. Do they sort of want to touch it and sort of touch the layers? And do you get nervous if they do that? I mean, they may have been eating chocolate or something.
Yeah, that is why I have everything in plastic. Because yeah, of course, at these festivals, people might, right, grab an ice cream or a lemonade and then come over to your booth and they're picking everything up, and you definitely want, want the art itself to be protected.
Well,
So yeah, so everything's behind plastic or glass so that it can't get messed up. Yeah.
well, and I know a lot of your themes sort of relate to childhood and
Hmm.
whimsy and such, and so yeah, especially if kids are coming to the booth. But I mean, maybe you could
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about why you know what inspires you about those themes and how people react to it.
Yeah. I Well, I really love the idea of illustrating picture books for kids. And part of what I think is so great about art for kids is even when the subject matter is something mundane, it is often infused with an element of magic, right? Like that kids are seeing the world new and things are exciting and different, and uh, it feels like there are possibilities that maybe sometimes as adults we don't think of some of those possibilities anymore. So I really like to create art that suggests that there might be something a little more going on than the obvious, I guess. Something that invites that sort of childlike wondering, wonderment. So that's something that I really enjoy doing. And I'm also very inspired by nature. So a lot of my pieces are trees, flowers, kind of botanical themes. I do a lot with that too. So
Well, you have kids, I believe,
I
right?
do.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. They are older now. They
Mhm.
are 17 and 13. So
Okay. I,
they're starting to see the world in very grown-up ways now. But they still say that they like my art, so I appreciate
okay.
that.
Well, and yeah, and the joy that kids have, you know, the wonder they have about things is, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's fun, and there's also sort of a wisdom to it, you know,
Absolutely.
um,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and yeah, so that's really sweet. And I noticed occasionally there's some words, some text along with it. Are you writing that, or is that like maybe coming from a fairy tale and you're doing a something?
Right. Yeah, no, I'm not writing it.
Okay.
So I also, along with my increasingly large paper stash,
Mhm.
have papers that are like old books or old sheet music or things like that. And so sometimes I incorporate pieces of that, a line from, like, I have an old poetry book that's like from 1865 or something that's was kind of like all ripped up, but I will go through it and sometimes I'll, cut out a line or two from that and kind of insert it into the artwork. So it's just kind of another way to bring a different kind of paper element in. And I also love, repurposing those papers in that way. So kind of giving them a new life. They're shoved into the bottom of the bin at the old used bookstore. No one's going to see them anymore. But, if I take them home and can incorporate them into my art, then they're becoming something new. So,
Yeah, art becomes art. That's it's wonderful. And of course our festival, you know, has multiple forms of art.
yeah,
You
yes.
know, music and the dance and the crafts and so on.
Right. Yeah. No, it's
Um,
fantastic. Yeah, I love the folk festival so much, and I've really loved being a part of it in the past, and I'm so excited to be part of it again this year. Yeah, it's a really great event. It's one of my favorite events that I do. So,
well, thanks, and we look forward to having you on. I'll say it again, Sunday, September
yes.
7th. Craft show
We'll see
starts
everyone there.
Craft show starts at 11, ends at 6, and Aaron, maybe just show us that first piece again.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
just
Yep.
that's really remarkable.
Yep. Is
I just
this
really
one.
love that, and I can even get some sense of some layering even from
Yes.
this, you
In
know, from this
person, you could
perspective.
see it better, but
Yeah,
hopefully a
yeah.
little bit of it comes across on the screen.
Well, I'll be coming to visit you and see it in person on that
Great,
day. So,
great, good. I look forward to that.
well, thank you so much, and we look forward to you seeing you at the craft show on September 7th. And
Great.
best of, but enjoy the rest of your summer.
Thank you. You
Thank
too.
you.
Appreciate it.